leave out from the bottom of the stack. A faded cardboard cover with a massive heavy crack. I blow the dust off, watch it scatter in the light. I'm taking a trip down memory lane tonight. I drop the needle down, listen to the static hits. I'm trying to remember the details of the final kiss. I pull out the paper, prepare the midnight flight. I'm blending right with the shadows of the night. The spark illuminates the spinning black plastic disc. I'm calculating the emotional, psychological risk.
Final dust dancing in the glowing lamplight. I'm taking back the pieces of my broken heart tonight. The smoke fills the room, blurring the faded lines. I'm reading the ancient, invisible musical signs.
The warm melody hits, wrapping around my brain. I'm washing away the residue of the quiet pain. I take a slow drag, let the ash fall in the tray, pushing all the artificial daily stress away. Every single pop and crackle is a memory stored. I'm sitting on the floor, completely beautifully bored. The music is a time machine, taking me right back before we were fighting the ticking of the clock attack. I trace my finger over the faded, blurry face, wishing I could travel back to that specific place.
Vinyl dust dancing in the glowing lamplight. I'm taking back the pieces of my broken heart tonight. The smoke fills the room, blurring the faded lines. I'm reading the ancient, invisible musical signs.
Spins to the end, hits the inner groove. I'm finding my pocket, I'm finding my emotional groove. The needle clicks, chemically a lullaby for the soul. I'm taking back my energy, taking back control. I crush the cherry out, staring at the spinning deck. I'm keeping my modern, oversized ego strictly in check. I lift the arm up, slide the vinyl back in the sleeve. I'm finally starting to actually, genuinely believe. The smoke clears out, the nostalgia starts to fade. I'm perfectly fine with the choices that I made.
Final dust grazing at the glowing window.
Standing on the corner, under the broken light, I'm claiming the shadows of the lonely, freezing night. The neon sign from the motel is flickering red. I'm evicting the demons that are living in my head. The moths are flying circles round the glowing glass. I'm watching the empty, quiet hours slowly pass. I pull out the light and spark up the herbal cure. I'm looking for a silence that is absolutely pure. The smoke rises up, illuminated by the beam. I'm floating around in a waking, beautiful dream. Neon flickers, cast in a desperate, broken. I'm taking the complicated moments incredibly slow. The thick cloud and the light mixing in the dark. I'm leaving a quiet, invisible, emotional mark. The neighborhood is sleeping, the houses are dark. A stray dog barks in the distant empty park. I'm the only one standing on the concrete square. I'm breathing the heavy freezing winter air. I take a slow drag, watch the cherry burn bright. I'm perfectly aligned with the shadows of the night. The flickering light throws a shadow on the wall. I'm waiting for the heavy curtains to finally fall. The electric hum is a lullaby for the tired soul. I'm taking back my energy, taking back control. Neon flickers cast in a desperate broken mood. I'm taking the complicated moments incredibly slow. The thick cloud and the light mixing in the dark. I'm leaving a quiet, invisible, emotional mark.
Close to the end, I'm saying goodbye to a temporary quiet friend. The final piece of ash falls onto the west street. I'm resting my tired, wandering and heavy feet.
The neon sign gives one final beautiful blink. I'm taking a moment to stand completely still and think. I step out of the circle, back into the black, knowing that I'm never ever ever turning back. The electric fades as I walk slowly away, getting myself ready for a brand new empty day. Crossing over, leaving it on the other side. Yeah. Hey, driving over the metal grating of the rusty bridge. I'm standing on the very edge of an emotional ridge. The tires hum a low and rhythmic, vibrating tune. I'm howling silently at a hidden silver moon. I parked the car right in the middle of the span. I'm doing the absolute best that a solitary man can. I step out onto the walkway, look down at the deep. I'm putting my active, anxious demons to sleep. I pull out the lighter, spark up the herbal green. I'm the only actor playing in this midnight scene. Rusty bridges crossing over the dark water below. I'm taking the complete moments beautifully slow. The smoke rises up, mixing with the river mist. I'm crossing old regrets right off the mental list. Ooh. Yeah. I lean on the freezing, peeling paint at a rail. I'm stepping right off the complicated modern trail. I see the reflection of the stars in a moving tide. I got absolutely nowhere I'm trying to go and hide. I take a slow pull, watch the cherry burn bright. I'm calling a temporary truce with the lonely night. A boat passes under, blowing a distant horn. I'm feeling incredibly, beautifully newly born. I exhale a cloud that covers up the metal beam. I'm floating around in a waking peaceful zone. Rusty bridges crossing over the dark water below. I'm taking the complicated moments beautifully slow. The smoke rises up, mixing with the river mist. I'm crossing old regrets right off the mental list. Paper burns down, getting close to my thumb. I'm letting my overthinking brain go totally numb. I drop the tiny roach right into the dark abyss. I'm saying goodbye to the final lingering kiss. I watch it fall, swallowed by the freezing black. I'm making a promise, I'm never ever turning back. I walk back to the car, open the heavy door. I'm not carrying the heavy burdens anymore. I drive off the bridge, back onto the solid ground. I'm entirely surrounded by a quiet, peaceful sound. Mixing with the river mist, I'm crossing old regrets right off the mental list.
They're always chasing something, not me.
Yeah, yeah. Flashing blue and red reflecting on the brick wall. I'm waiting for the heavy curtains of the night to fall. The muted sirens echo down the narrow empty lane. I'm standing in the shadows hiding from the freezing rain. I pull my jacket tight against the bitter winter chill. I'm taking a moment to stand completely beautifully still. The paper is rolled tight, waiting for the spark. I'm a solitary ghost navigating through the dark. I strike the match, protect the tiny yellow flame, realizing that the city treats everybody the same.
There's sirens singing a lullaby for the lost. I'm calculating everything my isolation costs. The thick herbal cloud mixes with the damp air. I'm letting go of my worry, letting go of my care.
The noise fades away, leaving the heavy silence behind. I'm unlocking the cages and setting free my mind. I watch the gray clouds hit the brick and slowly spread, trying to untangle the knots in my heavy head. Every mistake I ever made is washing down a drain. I'm walking away from the digital modern pain. I take another hit, let the tension release, searching the darkness for a little bit of peace. A stray dog runs across the empty wet street. I'm resting my tired, heavy and wandering feet. Yeah.
There's sirens singing a lullaby for the lost. I'm calculating everything my isolation costs. The thick herbal cloud mixes with the damp air. I'm letting go of my worry, letting go of my care.
The cherry burns out, leaving the alley completely black. I'm making a promise I'm never ever turning back. I drop the tiny roach right into the muddy pool. I'm breaking every single societal rigid rule. I step out of the shadows, back onto the avenue. The sky is turning to pale and melancholy blue. The sirens are gone, the city is totally at peace. I'm waiting for the heavy mental tension to release. I'm carrying a ladder and a much better load, walking right down the middle of the empty road.
Walking down the boulevard, looking at my own shoes. I got absolutely nothing in my pockets left to lose. The yellow street lights glare right off the soaking wet street. I'm walking a path to cure the psychological defeat. The puddles are glowing like portals to another dimension. I'm walking away from the daily suffocating tension. I stop under a rusty fire escape to find a dry space, a quiet little corner in the middle of the human race. spark up the paper, cup in my hands from the cold. I'm feeling incredibly young, but spiritually old. Pavement Glare shining like a mirror in the night. I'm letting go of the heavy, invisible fight. The green smoke mixes with the freezing falling rain, washing the dirt away, breaking the invisible chain. A cab drives by, splashing the image into a blur. I'm realizing things are never exactly what they were. I take a heavy drag, watch the ember glow red, evicting the demons that are living in my head. The main street is loud, tires splashing in the mud, but back here it's quiet, just the pumping of my blood. I exhale, a cloud that covers up the brick and stone. I'm perfectly comfortable standing out here alone. The glare from the ground illuminates my tired face. I'm finding my comfortable permanent hiding place. Pavement Glare shining like a mirror in the night. I'm letting go of the heavy, invisible fight. The green smoke mixes with the freezing falling rain, washing the dirt away, breaking the invisible chain. Yeah. Starts to slow, turn into a gentle mist. I'm crossing old regrets right off the mental list. The street lights flicker, going completely, totally dark. I'm leaving a quiet, invisible, emotional mark. I drop the filter, crush it under my heavy heel. I'm finally starting to actually, genuinely feel. I step out of the alley, back onto the avenue. The pavement glare fades into a melancholy blue. I'm carrying a lighter and a much better load, walking right down the middle of the empty road. Pavement glare shining like a mirror in the night. I'm letting go of the heavy, invisible fight. The green smoke mixes with the freezing falling rain, washing the dirt away, breaking the invisible chain. Yeah. Look at the view.
Look at the view.
It's all yours.
Standing on the balcony, 20 floors above the ground. I'm totally surrounded by a quiet, distant sound. I look down at the city, the grid of the street, the headlights and taillights where the avenues meet. The wind is howling, pulling at my heavy coat. I'm a tiny little sailor in a tiny little boat. I pull out the paper cup in my hands from the breeze. I'm finding my comfort, I'm finding my ease. The spark illuminates the peeling paint on the rail. I'm stepping right off the complicated modern trail. Balcony shadow stretching out across the floor. I ain't chasing the superficial things anymore. The thick cloud gets snatched by the current of air. I'm letting go of my worry, letting go of my care. I see the red lights of the traffic jam far away, the remnants of a busy and chaotic day. The sirens sound muted like a distant hum. I'm letting my freezing fingers go totally numb. It's peaceful up here,
completely detached. A lonely, quiet soul that can never be matched. I take a slow pull, watch the ember glow red, evicting the demons that are living in my head. The altitude gives me a totally different view. I'm separating the false from the absolutely true. Balcony shadow stretching out across the floor. I ain't chasing the superficial things anymore. The thick cloud gets snatched by the current of air. I'm letting go of my worry, letting go of my
like ants.
I lean on the railing, the metal is freezing cold. I'm feeling incredibly young but spiritually old. The traffic slows down to a trickle on the block. I'm paying no attention to the ticking of the clock. I finish the smoke, crush the ember on the stone. I'm perfectly comfortable standing out here alone. The balcony shadows start fading to gray as the night slowly surrenders to the coming day. I step back inside, slide the heavy glass door, leaving the galaxy out on the pavement floor.
See them back there, but they can't catch me.
Looking in the mirror at the empty dark road, I'm dropping a heavy and invisible toxic load. The ghosts of my past are chasing the taillights. I'm surviving the treacherous, dangerous nights. I take a right turn down the lonely avenue. I'm looking at the universe from a different view. No destination entered in the navigation screen. I'm the only actor playing in this midnight scene. I roll the window down, let the freezing breeze inside. I'm enjoying the solitary, peaceful midnight ride.
Rearview ghosts fading into the black. I'm making a promise, I'm never turning back. The thick purple haze fills the cabin of the car. I'm a tiny little ember, a tiny little star.
I pull out the paper, protected from the chill. I'm taking a moment to sit completely, beautifully still. The spark illuminates the peeling leather on the wheel. I'm finally starting to actually genuinely feel. I take a slow pull, watch the cherry burn red, evicting all the loud and angry voices in my head. The lines on the asphalt are flashing in a row. I'm taking the complicated corners beautifully slow. The ghosts are falling behind, swallowed by the dark. I'm leaving a permanent, invisible and heavy mark.
Rearview ghosts fading into the black. I'm making a promise, I'm never turning back. The thick purple haze fills the cabin of the car. I'm a tiny little ember, a tiny little star. Keep your eyes forward. The past is dead.
The dashboard glowing with a soft and vintage green. I'm crossing no regrets right off the mantle screen. I crush the ember out inside the overflowing tray, knowing that the morning is a million miles away. I grip the steering wheel, take a deep and heavy breath, navigating the narrow road between life and death. The rearview mirror is completely, totally clear. I'm wiping away the remnants of the ancient fear. I fade into the black, disappear from the sight. Just another shadow driving in the lonely night.
Rearview ghosts fading into the black. I'm making a promise, I'm never turning back. The thick herbal haze fills the cabin of the car. I'm a tiny little ember, a tiny little star.
So much space.
Yeah. A vast ocean of asphalt, paving with yellow lines. I'm reading the ancient invisible societal signs. Parked dead in the center of an abandoned mall, waiting for the heavy curtains of the light to fall. No other cars for miles, just pedestrian highway hum. I'm waiting for the heavy calming feeling to come. I roll the window down, let the freezing breeze inside. I'm enjoying a solitary peaceful midnight ride. I spark up the paper, protect it from the chill. I'm taking a moment to say completely, beautifully still.
Empty parking lot,
A massive concrete sea,
it's just the universe.
the blowing dashboard, and me
The thick cloud drops down,
falling right into the deep.
while the rest of the neighborhood
Is going to sleep. I look up at the towering, dark and broken sign. I'm drawing an invisible spiritual boundary line. I take a slow drag, watch the ember blow red, evicting the demons that are living in my head. The vast open space makes my problems feel incredibly small. I'm waiting for the heavy emotional walls to fall. A plastic bag blows by, tumbling across the tar. I'm a tiny little ember, a tiny little star. I exhale a cloud that covers up the steering wheel. I'm finally starting to actually genuinely feel.
empty parking lot,
A massive concrete sea,
it's just the universe.
a glowing dashboard, and me
The thick cloud drops down,
falling right into the deep.
while the rest of the neighborhood
Is going to sleep.
You don't need a crowd to be important. Just space.
The joint burns down to a tiny, glowing roach. I'm watching the quiet hours of the morning approach. I drop the ash out the window, watch it hit the ground. I'm entirely surrounded by the absence of a sound. I crush the ember out inside the overflowing tray, knowing that the morning is a million miles away. I put the car in drive, slowly roll across the lot. I'm leaving the dark and isolated, beautiful spot. I fade into the black, disappear from the sight. Just another shadow driving in the lonely night.
Smell Sitting on a fallen log deep in the heavy woods. I'm hiding from the toxic and dangerous neighborhoods. The smell of the pine trees mixing with the damp earth. I'm calculating everything my quiet soul is worth. No cell service out here, no digital noise, just the beautiful sound of the natural poise. I hold the lit paper between my index and thumb. I'm waiting for the heavy calm and feeling the calm. The cherry glows bright, fighting against the breeze. I'm finding my comfort, I'm finding my spiritual ease. Paper and pine, mixing in the freezing air. I'm letting go of my worry, letting go of my care. The thick cloud drops down, falling right into the deep, while the rest of the frantic world is going to sleep. A piece of ash breaks off, scattering into the dark. I'm a tiny little fragment, a tiny little spark. I watch it disappear, swallowed by the forest floor. I ain't fighting these internal battles anymore. I unclench my jaw, drop my shoulders down low. I'm taking the process incredibly beautifully slow. I take a deep breath, hold the smoke in my chest. I'm giving my tired, anxious spirit a much needed rest. The moonlight cuts through the heavy ancient trees. I'm finally experiencing a moment of total ease. Paper and pine, mixing in the freezing air. I'm letting go of my worry, letting go of my care. The thick cloud drops down, falling right into the deep, while the rest of the frantic world is going to sleep. Burns down, getting close to the end. I'm saying goodbye to a temporary quiet friend. The final piece of ash blows away in the wind. I'm forgiving myself for the times that I sinned. The air smells clean, the night is perfectly still. I'm paying the final emotional, psychological bill. I stand up slow, stretch my arms to the sky. I don't need to ask the universe the reasons why. I walk back to the car, close a heavy wooden door. I'm not carrying the heavy burdens anymore. Pure quiet, mixing in a freezing air. I'm letting go of my worry, letting go of my care. Looking out the window at the deep purple hue, I'm finally forgetting the memory of you. The city looks peaceful when you're standing this high, watching artificial clouds roll right by. I pull out the paper, prepare the evening cure, looking for a feeling that is absolutely pure. The spark illuminates the dark and empty room, sweeping out the shadows with the mental broom. The thick smoke rises, blending with the night. I'm walking away from the exhausting daily fight. Velvet skyline covering the sleeping town. I'm letting my heavy, tired shoulders drop down. The haze fills the air, blurring out the pain. I'm washing away the residue of the rain. I'm washing away the residue of the rain. They always say time is gonna heal the deep scars, but I'd rather find my comfort looking at the cars, moving like tiny little ants on the street below. I'm taking this emotional recovery incredibly slow. I take a slow drag, watch the cherry burn bright. I'm calling a permanent truce with the night. The silence is thick, pressing against my chest. I'm giving my tired and wandering spirit a rest. A siren echoes somewhere a million miles away. I'm perfectly fine with having nothing left to say. Skyline covering the sleeping town. I'm letting my heavy, tired shoulders drop down. The haze fills the air, blurring
washing away the residue of the rain. The ember burns down to a tiny glowing red. I'm evicting the demons that are living in my head. I crush the ash out inside the small glass tray, pushing all the artificial daily stress away. The velvet skyline starts to slowly turn to black. I'm making a promise I'm never turning back. I close a heavy blind, shut out the city light. I'm totally surrendering to the quiet night. The room smells like pine and a heavy sweet regret. I'm finally learning how to effortlessly forget. Velvet skyline covering the sleeping town. I'm letting my heavy tired shoulders drop down. The haze fills the air, blurring out the pain. I'm washing away the residue of the rain. Breathe it in.
The world is resetting.
Yeah. The dark purple sky is swallowed by a heavy white mist. I'm crossing no regrets, right off the mental list. I'm standing on the porch looking at the invisible street. I'm resting my tired, heavy and wandering feet. The world is wrapped in a thick and beautiful gray blanket. I'm finding my peace and taking a moment to thank it. I pull out the paper, prepare to mourn the flight. I'm blending right in with the fading of the night. The spark illuminates the dense and freezing fog. I'm a silent ghost in the digital modern law.
Morning fog, hiding the view of the complicated town. I'm letting my heavy, tight shoulders drop down. The thick purple cloud mixes with the freezing air. I'm letting go of my worry, letting go of my care.
I can't see the neighbor's house, can't see the nearest tree. It's just the universe, the thick white mist in me. I take a slow drag, watch the ember glow red, evicting all the loud and angry voices in my head. The silence is absolute, muted by the heavy haze. I'm navigating through the quiet, complicated maze. A bird chirps somewhere hidden in the invisible canopy. I'm finding a massive, beautiful spiritual canopy. I exhale a cloud, watching it disappear in the white. I'm saying a final goodbye to the lonely night.
Morning fog, hiding the view of the complicated town. I'm letting my heavy, tired shoulders drop down. The thick purple cloud mixes with the freezing air. I'm letting go of my worry, letting go of my care. Sometimes you need a blank canvas to start over, to start over. Sometimes you need a blank canvas to start over, to start over.
The sun starts to burn through the thick and heavy veil. I'm stepping right off the complicated modern trail. The joint burns down to a tiny glowing roach. I'm watching the bright hours of the morning approach. I crush the ember out on the wooden porch stair. I'm breathing the fresh, clean, freezing air. The morning fog starts to lift, revealing the green grass. I'm letting this beautiful, isolated moment pass. I step back inside, ready to face the brand new day. I watch the complicated residue completely away. Yeah.
Morning fog, hiding the view of the complicated town. I'm letting my heavy, when everything turns gray.
The clock on the wall is ticking incredibly slow. I'm watching the shadows effortlessly, quietly grow. The ashen hours arrive when the world is asleep. I'm keeping the promises I swore I would keep. To never let the pressure take away this kind of peace. To always find a moment for the mental release. I'm sitting cross-legged right on the faded rug, pulling the cord, disconnecting the modern plug. I roll up a fresh one, licking the sticky edge. I'm walking myself right back from the emotional ledge. Ashen hours covering the room in a quiet gray. I'm pushing the reality of the morning away. The haze fills the space, floating up to the roof. I'm searching the silence for a little bit of proof. I spark up the lighter, a tiny flash of gold, embracing the arrival of the early morning cold. The smoke rises up, dancing with the pale moonlight. I'm calling a temporary truce with the lonely night. Every mistake I ever made is playing on a screen, a cinematic highlight of the things I've seen. I take another hit, let the tension completely release, searching the darkness for a little bit of peace. The room smells like pine and a heavy sweet regret. I'm trying to remember how to effortlessly forget. Oh, ashen hours covering the room in a quiet gray. I'm pushing the reality of the morning away. The haze fills the space, floating up to the roof. I'm searching the silence for a little bit of proof.
The color drains out, but the feeling stays.
The edges of the room are starting to finally blur. I'm forgetting exactly who all those people were. The heavy thoughts melt right into the living room floor. I'm not fighting these internal battles anymore. The cherry burns out, leaving the room completely black. I'm lying flat out on my exhausted heavy back. The ashen hours finally turn into a quiet dream. I'm floating down a calm, invisible, peaceful stream. The night surrenders, the anxiety goes to sleep. The mind finally gets the promises it swore to keep.